Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back. It is Pharaoh. This is episode 2 of the free-to-play series for Raid. So this is actually the account is, well, I guess we can just look at this. The account is this many hours old. So what is that? 4.5 hours old. Then I think the account is. Yeah, we're doing good. I would say I got a good 3 hours and 15 minutes of grinding in. So we're at level 23 here. We're doing pretty well on different missions here. Getting, the artifacts one. I was able to push that farther, which is nice. I'm finding that the super raids are a massive difference. Now, like, they progress you so much faster than we had before. We had super raids in scenario, so that's really great. That's doubling up the artifact drops for specific artifacts that you would need for missions or challenges. You're doubling the chance then of getting the 3-star champions you'd be looking for, like Spirit Host or Eris or other such, whatever 3 stars you'd be looking for. So that's great there. But we're actually going to hop into here and summon some shards right away. I think I have. Yeah, we can upgrade some of these too, and create some space that way, which is nice. So yeah, we can do a 10 pull of mystery shards as well. So we'll see what we get here. Okay, totem, not a bad pull. Orcs are definitely a faction that needs some help. So getting one of those is not terrible. There actually are a lot of good rare champions available in the game, usable for Faction Wars early. So reflect damage, continuous heal, an attack break, and then just a random hit there. So some buffing utility. So a little bit of something going on there too. So that's all right. So anyway, we can hop in here, take some of this stuff, and we're going to level this up right away. Actually. The XP barrel here you don't want to use on anything other than a 6-star. Probably the first 6-star you make, maybe the second one. I mean, you could pretty reasonably say, like, hey, I'll just, let's say you're putting Kale up first, like, he's going to be your farmer. So you could just not put any barrel, bruise or barrel into Kale and get him up to 60 the natural way, and then save this for, like, a second 6-star you make. That would be, like, more of a support, maybe, something like that. So that is a thought as well. We can use some of these as well and finish that up. We will upgrade his rank with these that we made. That finishes that, and then we can see where we're at here in the challenges. One of the challenges was to make a 4-star. I thought maybe I already did that one, but whatever. Oh, it's in here. Okay. So we can keep going with Ice Golem. I'm at mission 44 here, so at an hour and a half in, I was at 24, and then, like, what I'm going to call it 3 hours and 15 minutes kind of harder grinding. We're at mission 44, so going pretty good there. Should easily get through this, I would say, in another hour and a half, maybe. I already cleared the first stage of Spider. That's how I was able to clear the one challenge in here for artifacts. Because the previous one before this, I believe it is, you have to get an accessory to put on a champion. So that ended up on my Rector Drath. So that was nice. The team I used for Spider was Karato, Tu Hanarak, Kale, Madame Cerise, and Rector Drath. So got through that. That was a good time there. And yeah, so we're just humming along here, and we can do these ones, right? I'm hopeful about getting some, rares out of the mystery shards as well. Sometimes you just need that, that one rare or 2 rares for mystery shards or ancient shards to really help push the account farther, faster. We can open up more spaces here too. I would say using a mill is probably fine. I guess we'll just go to a full 100. They give us a bunch of silver now at the beginning anyway, so All right, yeah, we'll keep summoning through here. See if we get anything. See if we get anything good. Okay. For uncommons, Armiger is probably just the best pull to get realistically. Like, you can farm the shield guards. If you wanted to build one of those, you can farm a lot of the other 2-stars, but Armiger, you can't. You have to pull them from shards or buy him out of the market if he pops up in there. So. But yeah, optimally we'd be getting a rare here somewhere. Be great too. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna probably. Oh, I only have 10 left anyway. So, you don't want to really feed these into champions at first. You want to actually use them for leveling up in campaign and actually legitimately go through and push things that way. Buying them this early on is actually a decent idea too. You can unlock some of this stuff. I wouldn't go any farther into here unless there was like an ancient shard maybe and you wanted to pick that up. But otherwise you can probably just leave this closed for the first couple days, I would say. My thing is I always do the gem mine first. Some people like to do the guardian ring first, or do like a mastery or 2 masteries first, and then do the gem mine later. I personally prefer to do the gem mine right away. That's how I prefer to play. I think it's the most optimized way to play. Some people would argue that opening these up is more optimized first and then doing the gem mine, but yeah, I just think this is better personally. So that's what we'll run with here. And then yeah, so I think I'll keep pushing, and then I'll be back at some point here to maybe summon another ancient shard or two, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so I forgot to show the actual point of leveling up the Skullsworn here. So I have Kayla level 40, 4 stars. And so we're going to use him. And then we have 3 4-star chickens. You guys will have these as well, as long as you're using the promo codes and link codes and stuff that I had showed you guys in the first episode. So yeah, we'll get him up to 5 stars right away. There are some challenges that are going to be like, oh, get a new thing to 5 stars or do a thing to 4 stars or whatever else. Like, you're going to be doing a lot of farming at the beginning of the game anyway. I wouldn't be super concerned about those ones in specific. Like 6-star ones, maybe more so, yeah, for sure. But the 4 and 5-star ones, I mean, that's something you guys are going to have to do anyway. So, yeah, getting Kale up, using him as a dedicated farmer is pretty standard at this point. It's been that way for many years now, so we're just going to follow along with that. So, yeah. Alright, we are back here. So, we went through. We didn't do too many of the missions here. I only got 5 more farther. I guess we could finish that one real quick. But what I ended up doing was I went ahead and farmed a bunch of the campaign. And I was able to pick up a spirit host. I think I might have already had one before I started recording this episode. But I was able to get a second one at least. And then I was able to get a sorceress as well from the 3rd stage of campaign. And then she's in the 4th. Haven't quite gotten an heiress yet, or a war maiden, but we're going to need those for the Justice CR fusion here. And then we did again, we got this one here, the Diabolist. We're going to get from campaign area 12. And then these ones, for some reason I thought they gave him to me in the campaign, but I haven't seen him. But he is in the campaign. Executioner and Templar are also in here. I think Templar is in this one, yep, in 8. And we're going to need a second copy of him for Doom Tower. He's a great option for some of the earlier, like, normal version of Doom Tower for Bommel. And then the Executioner is somewhere in here. War Maiden's in there. Executioner is here in 11, so... and he's actually not too bad anyway, so we could get a second one of him for, like, faction wars and stuff, so... yeah, definitely want to make use of what's available there. And then we're going through here. we get one for getting all the stars completed. The only thing I'm missing here is the boss. 11 is good to go, and then 12 is getting a little harder. So I think we'll probably just do these tomorrow, the void shards, and we'll pull this one here today, see what we get here, and pull some more mystery shards and see if we get anything there. So, okay, Maiden, so she has a can decrease defense on all enemies if the attack is critical. Doesn't do a whole lot here, but well, she's probably food realistically, but we'll try to get some use out of her in faction wars early on. Okay, maybe we'll get a little luckier in here, get a better rare. Okay, not quite. That's okay. I don't know how expensive it is to pull more slots open. Yeah, at this point it becomes $1 million, which I don't want to be spending on that at the moment. We don't have that much where we can just throw the stuff around like that. We do have a bunch of spaces here. I guess I can throw in a bunch of these, maybe, and we'll evolve those, and then throw some of this stuff in, I guess. But yeah, part of the free-to-play journey is finding out what 2 stars you can get use out of. Sometimes the use is literally just putting them on HP sets and then throwing them into some team, and then one champion has a shield set and you can get through faction wars that way. But yeah, you want to push faction wars as early as possible. Yeah, absolutely as early as possible, so you can start getting some perception gear, and getting the glyphs is good as well. Even though it's just like 1, 2, 3 stars for most of your factions is what it's going to be, it's still going to be good to get those going. The speed glyphs especially are going to be really important to get. Okay, and we still haven't gotten a rare out of here. I'm not sure what the rates are for rares out of these shards. I thought they were like 1 in 100 based on what I've pulled, but maybe I'm wrong. Outlaw Monk can be good for clan boss, so we can get some use out of him. Just throw these in here tomorrow, or well, so. Oh, wrong vault. It'll still be the same day. For me, I started at like 5 or 6 p.m. my time, so for me it's going to be tomorrow, but for the account it's going to be still like the same first day or whatever. So we should very easily be able to get all of normal faction, campaign done on the first rotation. What is holding gear here? That's different. What would have gear on it in here? Maybe that one? Oh, wow. Alright, well, we only have 12 left anyway. But, yeah, pretty much just have to pop through these and hope for the best, but that is not always the case, so... Yeah, I'm just getting a lot of fodder here, and yeah, we'll go back into the campaign and keep farming the 3 stars we need with the energy that we have, and keep making food to make chickens for Kale. So just leveling up food to 5 stars, and then we want to get Kale to 6 stars, because then he'll be able to farm higher campaign stages, more easily, faster, safer. So yeah, focusing everything on him, getting him up, is what you should be doing in between doing these missions here. So I do have 1 arena token left tonight here that we can use up. This should be pretty quick. So we'll get that done. Gotta love that speed tune. Everything is wrong about that, about all that. And then he wants to use his stun skill instead of just using his AoE a lot of the time. He's got some AI problems, Karato, but he is doing pretty well. Him and Kale are what I use to push through campaign here. From 7 through to 12, it was all Kale and Karato on the gear they're on. Also, the gem mine here I can unlock. I've got 650 gems, so we're going to go ahead and make sure we get that up and running right away, and start getting those returns back day 1. So, upgrade 2 more artifacts to 12. We can do that quick too. So that'll be maybe that one, and then do that. There's a real cute little event going on over here, the event tab. So the gear enhancement event is 1,000 points for new players, and then you can get different things in here, all very extremely usable right off the bat, so very cool there. And we also have adventure deck of fate pulls, so we can pull wherever. Nice. Wow, hopefully it's speed. That would be absurd if we got a speed boot right off the bat here. Pinpoint. Nice. And well, we have to get something to 5 stars first, but very cool. Very, very cool there. A banner too. Nice. Shield, and then awesome, another banner. And a primal shard. Guys, this is the first day here. We've already got a primal shard sitting on the account, so I think we'll be a little safer about that one. You know, these are ultra premium shards, so we'll make sure we wait until a 2 times for these specifically. But earlier on, it's okay to throw some of your ancients, voids, and sacreds and just kind of see what you get. On the first day of the account, you get a doubled up chance for legendaries. So if you are able to get your hands on some sacred shards, you know, you pay for them, or you go through here and go to brutal. You can get them in hard and in brutal, so you can actually get 2 potentially. It is possible to do that free to play. It is difficult. It is very, very, very grindy, but it is possible. So anyway, let's go ahead and check out the clan too. The quests that I had showed you guys in the first episode, I think, are these ones: win 3 rare or epic shields and from campaign battles. So I'm able to get that done 2 hours before reset for the week. I did one of these in a first clan, and then I completed that, left the clan, and then there are 3 more areas. So I think there's 6 or 7 areas. So after, like, the first clan you join, do this one, and then get that done, and then make sure after you get that 3rd shield set from whatever the free sets are from campaign, that you collect this, you leave that clan, and you go to a new clan where you're able to pick up this mission here. And if this mission is available, it's pretty likely this one is going to be too. So we are going to end up being able to get 900 clan gold right away, right within the first, 6.5 hours or something of the account, 6 to 7 hours. So very, very cool there. Just, you know, being a free-to-play player it's kind of like scavenging. You gotta find value and find little things anywhere you can, and that is a great way to start there. We also have speed gear here that we're going to check out too. We got him as a champion. We've got some shards there, and then I think, yeah, silver there. So we'll save the energy pot for later, but we'll check out this gear we got here. So also pretty early on, you can sell all of the 1 and 2 star gear, like pretty quickly. But as long as you've got like 4 or 5 champions with gear on them, like you can just sell off the other whatever else, like 1 and 2 star stuff. It's useless. So let's go in here, filter, and we want 5 and 6 star gear here. So we did not get a speed boot, unfortunately, there. The gloves are crap too. We could get speed here. Nice, we got at least 1 roll of speed there, and then this isn't really good either, but it will go on to something because it's a 5-star piece, and so whatever. These ones are whatever. This is not great either, but it is a 6-star piece. These 2 together would create a 20 accuracy and 10% speed, which is pretty big, so hopefully it's speed. Alright, so if we can get a mythical core, then I would definitely throw it onto this boot to see if we could get something useful there. But yeah, unfortunate, very lucky to, not so lucky, but that's how that goes sometimes. We'll keep it pushing either way. And it's not like most people would be starting with this anyway, so it's not that big of a deal for this or whatever that we can't get anything going there anyway. We can try to go to here, though, to get that done, I guess. So, not sure what else. We can do these two to 12, and that'll give a okay amount of extra points there. 364, so you want to be looking for more like these ones here. Let's go. These can go to 12. We'll see what we get on these. Not that it matters a whole lot. Okay. Alright. We have to do Justice CR here in the first one now. So Justice CR must be here in the second one. This is also another way that you could try to get a Sacred Shard on the first day as well. So you could potentially get 3 doing the Arbiter missions to here, and then doing the Hard and Brutal the first day. That would be very difficult, though, to be quite honest. So just keep that in mind. It is possible. It's very hard. Very hard to pull that off. You need basically 100% focus into this game. So, yep, that there, nice. Okay, well, I don't really want to throw a bunch of silver just to get this done. Like, we're gonna have to upgrade other artifacts anyway, so I think we'll wait for that. But yeah, I think that'll be all for this one. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see all of you in the next episode.